talk about um, what made me different, like compared it to other people. Compared it to other people means I will just talk about the professional thing, like why I think uh, uh, I'm kind of different than others. Let me give you some background so that you understand, like what I mean by this, or what I mean by this. I started my career as a high school teacher, and basically in that high school there was um, even primary sections also. So I used to teach in the high school section and the primary, uh, just a few days for the in the primary section, just a few days. But in the high school section for about 4 or 5 years. Then I worked in some um, about 1.5 years or about 1 year. I worked in another um, school and college. There also I used to teach, and in the both section. Then now I am just working in some university, but as an instructor, which is not university program. It is kind of we are preparing students for the undergraduate degree. So, but my point is there is some gap here. There is some difference here. For example, in the high school or in the primary school, I used to have some couple of colleagues. So when I look back in their life and when I look at my life, what is the difference? What made me to come here and why they are still there? And still I'm nobody, trust me, I do believe it, and this is not like I'm not saying I became someone, not like that, really. But within this, why I'm saying I'm not really, there is some pragmatic analysis also I can make. For example, some of my friends, even if we consider success by who is where, then I would say most many of my friends is now in doing tons of high profile thing. People are doing finishing their PhD from USA just in the maybe the final section. People are visiting many countries. One of my friend already visited more than 20 countries, about 30 countries he is visiting. And so I haven't visited even any country till now when I'm making this video, although I have plans. Anyway, so you see the gaps. There's some huge gap here. So basically, I'm not saying like I became someone. That's why I'm making this video. No, that's not the point. But I just can. I'm just looking at the difference between this my letter, current letter, and my previous letter. What made me to upgrade myself. So if I look back, I can see just only a couple of things. I'm not sure how many of I can recall it. So first thing is um, I used to work a bit harder than others. I have seen people are trying to are kind of lazy. Kind of lazy means, look, this is kind of technical. For example, I have seen people are working when the boss is around, but I'm like, that's not the thing. Just let me do the work, let me finish my work, and let me be honest with myself. That's it. So I used to do work like this way, not like to show the boss, to make the boss happy. I didn't do anything. This is the first one. This is the one thing, and I used to do the hard work. And I used to do the work first, and I used to do something more for others, like compared to other my other colleagues. Or at least from my point of view, I try to do something more. Suppose my responsibility is doing this, then I used to do this and something more that comes within my capacity. So I used to do something more, and while I tried to do something more, one interesting thing happened. I started learning something new, and always I encourage myself to learn something new. So this is my second thing. Always I tried to learn something new. I mean, always I was open about it. I have done tremendous amount. I mean, from my point of view, amount of training session, and some of my training sessions. I'm an instructor, teacher. Most of my or all of my training should be in teaching, but this will be very interesting to if you are looking at as a student or teacher perfect perspective. Then you will see I have courses on cinematography, film understanding, film appreciation. I have courses on theater. I have courses on child psychology understanding. These all are formal courses. These are not like fake. Then I have courses on poetry. Then I have these all are formal courses. Then I have courses on formal translation, how to translate some books from one language to another language. Then I have a course on agricultural field, how to grow crops without using chemicals, just by natural process. I have training on that. I have a lot of training in teaching also, so I'm just saying what is the exception. So all these things, I sometimes, in my teaching, I can just amalgamate couple of things from there, you know like in this position I can integrate something from that section, then I integrate it. For example, I have done theater course also, so in the class sometimes if acting is needed, then I can do it easily, nicely. But students are thinking, oh my god, teacher is good, a teacher is actor also. I mean, kind of, teacher can do acting, but they do not know actually I am professional. I have done professional training from that sections also. And in the computer also, I try to make myself better always, because I know for sure that computer will make a huge difference in this present time. It will make a huge difference. So I always try my best to not try my best not to underestimate my computer skills. So I always try to boost it up. Then online thing, offline thing, everything related to computer. So this is learning new things, and learning in different discipline, respecting people. I used to respect other people, other colleagues. Then working in the sector that I do not like, or working on something that I do not like. Suppose one of my boss said, "Do this." I don't like it, but still I did that because I thought maybe this is good for the system, or okay, whatever it is, let me do it. So I did it, and this is interesting. Sometimes a couple of things it happened, like I did it, I did something, then I thought while I was doing that, I thought this is just I'm just wasting the time because of the boss. Boss said to do it, then why I'm doing this? Then, like after 6 months, 7 months, I realized the thing that I did actually was right thing to do. And so this is interesting. Sometimes we find ourselves in some position, like like we realize it later. So it's a good idea to sometimes just keep the mouth shut and follow some do some work. Keep the mouth shut and do the work. I always try to do it. And there are many people around. People are bad. And another thing, I tried my best to not to quarrel with the colleagues. Although I used not to like couple of my colleagues, or one two three, at least three four colleagues, not in the current workplace, in other previous workplace. Not I But I didn't wanted to end up the whole thing in some rival situation, in some quarreling, or in some kind of fighting situation. Uh, Especially in my first job, in my second job partly. So in my first job, actually, I was highly messed up with all these things because it was my first job. So I haven't had any wonderful idea, any good prior knowledge that workplace is like kind of like this. And at the same time, people have different personal interests, personal benefits. So maybe some of the things that they are doing is due to their personal interests. So I haven't realized it well. So, but the good thing is, what I did is I didn't quarrel with them. I thought they're doing something which they should not do, which is making me irritated. But I thought, let's not pay attention to this. Let me do my work. So this is the thing. Actually, I used to do my work. Just go on and keep doing your work. That's the interesting thing that I try to do. Always, yeah, as I say, always I tried something new. And what else? Yeah, I try to be very regular in my professional life. I try to be very regular. I mean, to I try to be regular in my best capacity. For example, while I'm making this video, this may surprise you. I'm working in this university for last from 2000 from summer 2016, and today is 2019, 2nd February. Now it is third. No, now it is second. Now it is 3rd January. The 3rd January 2019. Not for a single day I was absent in the work, in my job. Not for a single day. I used to have lots of other work. Some people, some relatives died in my village, or some other places. Some there was some. I said I cannot go there. I cannot do that because I have some work to do here. First of all, yeah, and there are a couple of peoples there. So you all try to handle all the things that you have. So in my work, with my work, I try to be very much careful about my work, and always regular. Try to be regular in the work. Do not cheat with the people, those who are working there. And at the same time, I try to make myself prepared for the job, for the place where I used to work. And prepare means, as for example, I'm just an instructor, so I have to prepare myself my classes. And so I try to prepare my class lectures as nicely as possible. And being nice to the people, just always smile while talking with them, make new relationship. I used to make new relationship and be honest with that relationship. Do not exaggerate something, and do not do the relationship just for self interest, not for my personal interest. And make friends. Try to make friends in the workplace, but don't be too much intimate with them. There is just keep some separation, nice little separation, but make them friend. Just it also works. um, and always try to learn something new. I think this is most important thing that's coming in my mind again and again. Always try to learn something new, and always be positive, or work hard, and smile, talk with everybody. Do not go for any kinds of conflict, dispute. Listen first. Then, if you really have to give some input, give some input. And yeah, maybe some other things also, but these are the things that is coming in my mind again and again. Um, yeah, these are the things that coming in my mind again and again. I think this works, and I think all these things is making me different, and making some difference in me, and as well as in my personal and professional life also. Oh, in my personal life also, I used to be very much careful, because I know personal life and professional life, if I mix up, then it may end up in some awkward situations. So I kept it separated when my professional. This is kind of thing that I did, which many people do not do. Like, I always give my professional life priority, but many people give their personal life priority. So this is their choice. I will not say which one is good, which one is bad. But for me, professional life was my first priority. This is for different reason. I know what is the reason. So actually, these are all the things. And at the same time, in my personal life also, this was like, I always try to check and balance. So that's my point. It's not like I just forgot about that. That's impossible. Anyway, so these are the things which I think at this point, which made me a bit different than others. But I have, as I said, I have friends who are now in much more higher place than me. So they must have some more effective and more interesting strategy in their life, or how they are progressing. They must have some more better ways. So I'm not saying these are the best strategy, but these are the strategies that work for me. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.